UT39E plus 20,000 counts of goodness. Oh yeah, we don't see these 20,000 count cheapos every day in Cheapoland. I'm looking forward to this one. By the way, big shout out to Jerry, Mr. Tool Store on AliExpress and eBay. He sent the UNI-T out for this review. Wow, we get a lot of goodies with this meter too. So let's see what we get in the box. First of all, nice verbose box. You know, UNI-T always has these nice colorful boxes, and 20,000 counts clearly displayed. And you can see we have some of the specs here as well. 1,000 volts, 20 amps, and 200 mega ohm and 2 millifarad, 2,000 microfarad, and frequency 2 megahertz. So pretty loaded little meter. Now this also does something called conductance. You don't see that every day either. So that is another feature with the 39E plus. But hey, what else do you get in the box besides the box? For starters, you get your date of manufacture. I think this is a kind of a cool idea. A few vendors now are doing this, and it basically lets you know, gives you a timestamp on when exactly your meter was made. So you know if it's been sitting on the shelf for a decade or not. But in this case, definitely not. This was just came off the factory fresh floor of UNI-T, December 2020. Awesome. As well, you get your user manual, really just a fold-out guide, but this one is all in Chinese, so I just went to the UNI-T website and I downloaded the manual, and here we are. It's just a couple pages, really, a brief synopsis of the meter itself, but all of the good stuff is there, so easy download. Hey, you also got a couple of crocodile clips. Bravo, UNI-T. Once again, another nice feature. Really helps, especially for your, you know, new or semi-new to the world of multimeters, electronics. These things can come in uber handy, so thanks UNI-T for including those. They're rated 10 amps, Cat 2, where are we here? Cat 2, 1000 volts. And they have a really nice feel to them as well, so definitely not on the cheapy side. These have a really nice grip. And speaking of grip as well, we get some UNI-T test leads. Now UNI-T makes all kinds of test leads. These are 20 amp rated, Cat 4, 600 volts. They don't have any shrouding on the top. These just came a la carte just like that, but I'm telling you, that is a pretty pointy tip. Ouch! Whoa! Yeah, Red Cross, here we come. Like I said, I don't think these are silicone, but wow, these are pretty darn supple. Pretty soft, very nice overall quality here. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to get using these. Ooh yeah. And look at the size of that shroud. Whoa, you know what they say about the size of a multimeter? It depends on the size of the shroud. No, that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, this is a pretty good size shroud. Oh my God, this actually looks like a blow dryer. Yeah. Hey, a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I'll just shut up and stick the input jack test lead into the input jack, and there you go. Oh, nice. In there, nice and firm, and wow, yeah, that is nice. And another meter reviewed just a while ago, the UT39C plus, and you can tell pretty darn similar in terms of the overall look and feel. Once again, nothing cheap or cheesy about the UNI-T design. They really fabricate a nice housing. Excellent tactile feel. Check out the selector. I mean, you're not going to get much better than that. That thing is just very nice. The rubber boot, again, has a really nice, soft, tactile feel to it. And I'm telling you, this is a pretty hefty little multimeter. Not as big as, let's say, a Habitest HT118A. You know what? Booyah! Yeah. So not as big, but really not that much smaller. Very, I'd say pretty well the perfect size for a multimeter as far as I'm concerned. Now a huge difference here in terms of the overall display resolution. We've only got, I think, 4,000 count, if I recall, on the 39C plus. 20,000 counts, 20,000 big ones on the 39E plus. Whoa, amazing. So high resolution. And once again, this is probably one of the highest resolution cheapos you're going to find out there. If we flip them around, you can see, yeah, they are identical. They really do look one and the same, even right down to the tilt stand. Yeah, the molding, everything is pretty well the same. And speaking of tilt stand, once again, UNI-T has one of the best in the biz. Look at the size of that tilt stand. That is wide, and it's got a lot of support, stability. You can definitely one-hand this. I'm on a slippery surface right now, but hey, no worries there. This is definitely made for one-handed operation. And, you know, overall, oh, I just love their tilt stands. Love it. All right, I've turned the meter on. It is a non-auto-ranging meter. Both of these are non-auto-ranging. So, yeah, that does turn some people off. But, you know, I always say don't Don't decide just because it's not auto-ranging. Anyway, look at the display. What do you see, huh? Well, it is a lot smaller in size than the 39C Plus. Let's sort of put it directly in front of us, and yeah, look at that. The font is almost, well, it's a good third the size, so smaller. And you know, it's clean. I like it. I like it. Let's try that backlight. All right. Oh, nice and crisp. Put the backlight on here as well. Yeah, very nice backlight. Once again, very clean, no bleeding, just overall nice, and nice. And really, it doesn't matter what angle you're looking at this meter. You're pretty well going to be seeing everything, unless you're at some crazy angle, and then what the heck are you doing down there anyway? So yeah, overall, nice display. And by the way, no, unfortunately, the backlight does not stay on permanently. It turns off after about, 45 seconds or so. Let's take a closer look at the selector range, starting off at volts DC up to 1000 volts. Volts AC up to 1000 volts. Non-contact voltage. AC/DC amps from 2000 microamps up to 20 amps. HFE or transistor test. Temperature in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. Frequency up to 2 megahertz. Capacitance up to 2 millifarad. Conductance. Diode and continuity. Finally, resistance up to 200 mega ohm. At the top of the meter, we have our select switch as well as a rel feature. In the middle, we have our hold and backlight. And finally, on the far right, we have our transistor tester. Directly below that, we have an LED for both the non-contact voltage as well as continuity. On the far left, we have our high current input up to 20 amps. In the middle, our common or ground. Finally, on the right, we have our voltage, resistance, microamps, milliamps, capacitance, continuity, and diode. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the review. Just kidding. We're just getting started. I know. Okie dokie. So we're going to start things off with a voltage accuracy in DC. Hey, Mr. Habitest, will you get the heck out of the picture? Sheesh. Hey, I don't say too often, but if you like my videos, like, subscribe, because the more thumbs up we get, the more people that are get to see the channel. And you know what? The better videos I can do for you guys. Appreciate all your support in the past. I'll shut up now. Okay, here we are with our precision reference standard, outputting 5.0000 volts. And look at that. That is pretty darn close, and you gotta love that resolution, 4.999. And I don't even speak German. Thought I'd give you a little peekaboo of what it looked like on the 39C Plus with that much lower resolution, 5.01 volts. But wow, telling you, yeah, but when you get to high resolution, it is really hard to go back. DC Voltage Showdown time. Here we go. And I've got the venerable UT39E Plus. Oh, I love this multimeter. Reviewed it about 3 months ago, and I'm telling you, this thing really kicks the llama's butt. Awesome, awesome meter. On the left, we got, of course, the star of the show, the 39 Plus, sitting at 1 volt even Steven right now, according to the power supply. 1.031 for the 39, 1.0323 for the 61E Plus. Okay, here we go, up and away. 8.42 volts, 8.459, 8.46. Oh yeah, all right, up a little higher. Let's make it 10 volts even Steven, shall we? 10 volts even. 10.0045 for the 61E Plus, 10.0043 for the 39, neck and neck. Up and away, 15.13 volts according to the power supply, 15.150 for the 61E, 15.14 for the 39, higher and higher, 22.08 volts according to the power supply. We are over limit on the 39 Plus because, of course, it is non-auto ranging, so let's just take it up a notch, one notch, there we go. Get you back into frame, 22.08 volts now. 22.10 on the PC DC power supply, 22.07 for the 39 Plus, 22.095. Oh, so close for the 61E Plus. Here we go. Let's max this baby out. 31 volts even Steven. 31.02 for 39 Plus, 31.03. Whoa, for the UNI-T 61E Plus. Awesome. Hey, you know what? I'd have to say this is really too close to call. They both have that nice high voltage annunciator coming up on the display. A little bit larger, actually, on the 39 Plus, that lightning bolt. But nonetheless, very, very sweet, both of them. Now, of course, you don't have that bar graph that you do on the 61E Plus. No, 39E Plus has no bar graph. That is really too bad. But overall, in terms of DC Voltage Showdown, I'd say it was pretty damn close. In fact, I'm going to say it was neck and neck. Going to have a quick look at DC amps. When you go into amps mode, it automatically defaults to DC amps, which is really nice. If it didn't, you would just hit that selector, but DC amps is what we want. Alrighty, so I think we're sitting at around 10 amps right now. And yeah, we are 10.145 amps. Oh yeah. So we are maxed out, and it's telling us to hold it for about 10 seconds maximum at the high current range. So let's just bring it down. Bring it down. 6.07. Further down, sitting at 4.11 according to the power supply. And yeah, look at that, 4.115. Sitting in AC volts right now, 121 volts, true RMS. And we have that nice high voltage annunciator at the top left, that lightning bolt just letting us know that we're in the danger zone. Next up, it's diode and LED time. And I'm kind of curious, kind of excited to see whether or not this will have an audible diode mode. I love it when we find that in cheapo land. Okay, here we go. Standard diode. And we're not in diode mode. Oh my goodness. That always helps. Okay. Now we're in diode mode. We have the diode signifier. Oh yes, we did have that diode beep. And there's the forward voltage drop. Oh, beautiful. Now, a lot of times people ask me, well, it's great that it beeps, but does it stay a constant beep when you put the leads together? And there you go, folks. It does. All right, let's see how well it does on these little LEDs. Starting up the green LED. Oh, it is lit. And we have the forward voltage drop. Lit as well for the yellow. And the red, so far 3 for 3. Over to the blue, it is lit. No forward voltage drop, however, and the white, it is once again lit without the forward voltage. So 3 out of 5 for voltage drop and 5 out of 5 for illumination. Excellent. Output voltage in diode mode is a balmy 3.3 volts. From diode to continuity. Here we go. These are the default stock test leads. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, oh yeah, look at that visual continuity as well as the audible. Nice and loud. Latched. Oh, that's pretty good, pretty good. World Masters. Wow. Loud latched. Yeah, that is fast. Very, very nice. Maximum output volume and continuity. 76.2 dBA. All right, here we are with the default test leads in resistance. Let's see if we have anything on the leads. We're going to start by shorting the leads out. Yeah, so about 0.10 of an ohm. Now, unfortunately, the rel feature here, this is only for capacitance. It does not work in resistance mode, so we'll just have to do the math. Here we are with a 100 ohm whoopsie lab resistor. And coming up is 100.2. Yeah, so well, it's definitely in spec. All right, now we're at 3 mega ohm, 4 mega ohm, 6 mega ohm, 10 mega ohm. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. So once again, it's not the speediest in resistance, but we've seen worse. Unfortunately, there is no ambient sensor on board the UT39 Plus, so we have to use the temperature probe or temperature sensor. Dual temperature reading, Celsius and Fahrenheit. It does default to Celsius. Right now sitting at 22 degrees in the studio. And we hit that function switch, or select switch rather, and we're now in Fahrenheit, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, not bad. I kind of like it when you don't have to put that temperature sensor in just for the ambient temperature, but hey, that's just me. We're in frequency mode right now, and we are sitting at 1 megahertz exactly. Now remember, this only goes up to 2, so let's try that, shall we? 2 megahertz, and yeah, there we go, no problem. Can we hit 3? Can we? Oh, we can hit 3. Let's try 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 megahertz. 11, 12, 13, 14. Good God. 20 megahertz, and we are over limit, but wow, 19 megahertz. I mean, come on, nothing wrong with that. Just to confirm, it does only state in the manual the frequency range is up to 2 megahertz. So much better than spec. Awesome. Last but not least is capacitance. So let's just get it into capacitance and let's see what we've got now. Once again, that manual only said 2 millifarad, 2000 microfarad, but here I've got a 10 millifarad capacitor. Nice big fat electrolytic, and let's just see. I mean, I have not tried this. I have no idea if it'll work, but hey, why not? Here we go. It is thinking. Wow, no, we are over limit, so, well, you know what? We tried. We tried 560 microfarad. Here we go. Thinking. And 527.5, yeah, that looks right. Let's check out small ranges now in microfarad mode, sitting at 90 nanofarad and coming up is 83.93, 73 for 80. Let's try 70 nanofarad coming up at 68, 60, 58. Well, that's not too bad. 50 nanofarad coming up as 47, 20 nanofarad. Hey, the lower we get, the the more exact we seem to be coming on. So 10 nanofarad coming up as 9.6, looking good. All right, we are in non-contact voltage mode. Now you can see we have the EF high, EF low. High is obviously going to detect live wire, but yeah, not very sensitive as we can see. Oh my goodness. Going to put me in EF low mode, and yeah, it does. Oh. Something. Wow. So I got to say, so far this NCV, even though we have that dual mode, kind of a fail. Even at the mains panel right now, it's still not doing much. Wow. So it'll be interesting to see what we've got for NCV in terms of the actual antenna, but telling you, kind of sucks. Trying it again here at another junction point, and yeah, it is the same thing. So no, not too good at all. Alrighty, it's teardown time. Here we go. I gotta tell you, this was a funky meter to get the back off. We have 2 Phillips underneath, and it just pops off after, but boy, you really gotta give this sucker some force. So if you get one of these, you really gotta pull up gently but firmly to disengage that chassis. Anyway, here we are on the inside, and yeah, no shielding. Battery compartment itself, you can see we have that nice brass threaded insert, and always a pleasure to see that in cheapo land. Hey, in any multimeter land, who wants to strip your darn battery compartment housing? Not a good idea. Powered by 2 AA batteries. Ooh, Duracells. Oh, no comment. Yeah. We've got 2 5x20 fuses on the high current side. It is a 20 amp rated fuse. Good job, UNI-T. Nice to see them provide us with a fuse. That is the proper rating. 20 amp, 250 volt. On the milliamp side is a 200 milliamp, 250 volt fuse. Ceramic. Input jacks are actually really nicely done. Yes, there's split variety, but can tell it is a nice high quality, high gauge steel that they're using here. I really like that. Very, very nicely done. And in terms of the overall layout of the board, super, super clean. No flux, no nothing anywhere. Very, very clean. By the way, look at that current shunt. Whoa! Who's your mama? That is one nice big fat looking current shunt. On the voltage side as well, we've got not one but two little buddies here, little PTCs. Awesome job. Diode clamp as well. That is on the current side, but yeah, not much. We have another DreamTech IC, the DM106. Check it out, very nicely done. So I'm assuming, yeah, that's another TC024, the EEP ROM. They're always buttoned up together. Yeah, here we have a programmable header. That's for factory resets and configuration and testing. And there is our rather pathetic NCV here. Oh, really sucked. Wasn't good. Let's take a look on the other side. Other side of the rotary selector switch. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gold plating. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And we do have that rubber riser here, that plastic inlay. So instead of the balls and springs, we have this sort of plastic retention. It's a lot like some of the Keysight models, and honest to God, it works just fine. Here we have some soft touch buttons here, and not much else to speak of. And there is our gorgeous looking, wow, selector tracks. Very, very nice, very clean. Do we have any grease on there? No, no grease. No grease, but that's okay. And wow, look at that soldering job for those input jacks. Very, very nice. So they went a little above and beyond here, at least I think so, and they really did a nice There's
job.
Our HFE transistor housing and the main display. So there you have it, folks. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, gonna put everything back together, come back with the closing thoughts. Always, I really like to put a little bit of that dielectric on those tracks. Makes a big difference at the end of the day. Once the dielectric's on, I just like to give it a little once over with my finger. And hey, it's gonna be
Closing
better
thoughts
than the UNI-T UT39 Plus. Oh, I like this new UNI-T. Besides 20,000 counts of display goodness, this was generally a good, fun meter to use. Exquisite attention to detail as always. As of late, UNI-T is probably the #1 OEM manufacturer when it comes to the cheapo realm. I have to say I'm totally impressed with the quality we're getting at such a low price. Amper protection wise as well, come on, hey, 2 PTCs, big gorgeous current shunt, and that high current fuse was actually 20 amp rated. I've seen some expensive meters that didn't even go that far. Speaking of expensive meters, sort of all over the place right now just because it's so new. You're talking between $35 and $45 US. Slow to range in resistance, perhaps, maybe not the fastest thoroughbred out there, but I'm really picking to try and find something bad to say about this meter because generally it was just a great meter to use. Even the default test leads are really nice, very supple and performed admirably. Hey, this is one great meter, and if you're looking for 20,000 counts, well, it's going to be hard to do better at this price. The UNI-T UT39E Plus gets a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. Hey, grab it while you can. This is one awesome 20,000 count multimeter. Love it. Till the next one, keep on testing.